Hello and welcome to the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How are you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways, fam. All your ways, and that you are living your best life. Thanks to every single person that has subscribed to the channel. We appreciate love each and every one of you. Go ahead and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe to our our other channel, Dr. Mumbi Show. I think you'll see this first on Dr. Mumbi Live. And, we will be coming up with a roadmap on the way forward. There's a lot that we're going to be releasing on the Dr. Mumbi Live on this channel once we go back to having our news predominantly on Dr. Mumbi Show. There's a lot we're going to be, releasing on this channel so that it's not copy-paste, and we will be going live. Now that we have the quorum, we will definitely be going live soon. Now, some really disturbing news. I mean, I didn't even want to get into all that, coming out of freaking China. And, the most annoying thing is when the divided states and everyone was removing their people from China, the Chinese government begged the African governments not to pull their students and their citizens from China or even from Wuhan, because they played down, first of all, they played down the epidemic, and then they didn't want to lose a face internationally. They don't want to lose the optics. So, and they tried to even say shame on the divided states and Trump and call out Trump for pulling out his people. But Trump was like, yo. And we've seen that now it's just an epic fallout. Like, seriously, guys, there's a secret society war going on, but literally World War III may have started without us even knowing it. But those are stories for the days. I'm definitely going to cover that in the prophetic update, just based on all the information that is coming in. But McDonald's in China has had to apologize after they banned black people from entering. I mean, and this is like a blessing in disguise for real, because if you're still eating McDonald's, then you want to die. Seriously, if you're still eating this junk, then you want to die. But what happened is that, there was a notice on the restaurant, from the restaurant branch in Guangzhou, which said, we've been informed that from now on, black people are not allowed to enter the restaurant. And if they're doing this in McDonald's, then believe you me, all those pictures we're seeing of like Chinese refusing to sell bread and rice to our people, Chinese blocking them, blocking Ethiopian diplomats from entering their supermarkets, literally. And where did this rumor? It's not even a rumor. How dare China makes Africa the face of the freaking epidemic, plandemic in their own country? And you know what? There's a lot of questions about their numbers, because what they're saying is as many as 20, this is what has been claimed by a divided state scientist, that as many as 21 million people could have died in China, because China actually closed off 21 million, like switched off 21 million, phones. And in order to even do business in China, you need a mobile phone. So the fact that they switched off 21 million phones at the end of the first quarter may suggest that they may have had bigger numbers than the 4,000 they claimed. But, what happened is that once this happened, McDonald's actually publicly apologized, and they temporarily shut down the restaurant in Guangzhou, because what happened is that this a waitress with full mask, full gear, was actually going around to the black people in the restaurant and saying, black people are prohibited from entering the restaurant after, from this rumor that has spread like wildfire throughout the city, that the resurgence of the coronavirus is going to come from a black person. They're the ones who brought it to Africa. This is what kills me. Our government let in 239. They disappeared. Poof, poof, can't even say it, into thin air. And this is what they're doing to our people. At least the Kenyan government has now announced they're going to be evacuating the people at their own cost. And in a video that was shared widely across social media, a McDonald's worker was actually seen going around with a notice to restaurants in full face mask gear, as I mentioned, and the sign read, we've been informed that from now on, black people are not allowed to enter the restaurant for the sake of your health. Consciously notify the local police for medical isolation. Please understand the inconvenience caused. It's time to get our people out. How are they going to eat? Are they going to be starved? I mean, McDonald's is not be glad you were kicked out of McDonald's or blocked from McDonald's. But if this is happening to McDonald's, which is an international franchise and an international brand, what do you think is happening? And we mentioned this 3 weeks ago where we talked about our people are being banned from supermarkets, they're being banned from buses. Our people need to be gotten out like yesterday. Kudos to the McDonald's corporate office, because as soon as they caught wind of this, they actually temporarily shut down the restaurant and said the actions of the branch were not representative. You gotta love the white supremacy Americans, not representative of McDonald's, inclusive values. Anyway, they went on to say, immediately upon learning of an unauthorized communication to our guests at a restaurant in Guangzhou, we immediately removed the communication and temporarily closed the restaurant. I mean, black people are the biggest buyers of McDonald's even in the West. Having brought, this whole thing is coming from the fact that after China has said they're coronavirus free, they've opened up their markets, they've opened up their cities, they are now fearing a resurgence of the virus. And I don't know why they are making it black people the face of it, because they're the one, this came from them. How do they now turn it on us? And then they're banning our people from food and water. What are you going to do? What are these African governments going to do? Are you going to wait till someone dies from starvation? You saw the African woman who was denied entrance into a hospital. So what? Is she going to deliver at home? What are our presidents smoking? Anyway, they won't be around for much longer if this is the way they continue. They definitely won't survive these new times, man. They definitely won't survive them. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, fam. Mwah.
Oh, we'll be heading to hospital now. But this is the place. Hopefully they don't send us away, which I actually expect. Hello.
Can you 你会说中文吗？
Okay, 这个 we want to
speak Chinese.
no, we don't speak Chinese. Okay, check.
Waiting.
Wait.
Waiting 先，等着先，等一下，我问一下好。
So they want to say foreigners are not allowed in the hospital. This is what I expect them to say. Foreigners are not allowed in the hospital.
这不行。这不行。然后翻译啊。
没事。这个 no enter.
No， 因为我
Why? Because she's a foreigner.
等一下想。
Why? Because we cannot enter.
还有。
But then she's pregnant. We want to scan.
我跟你，我要怎么沟通呢？
I actually expected this. That is why I'm recording.
先等等吧，我问一下别人好。等会一下。
So what is happening here is we went to some hospital. My wife is pregnant. We wanted to do a scan, but they cannot let us in. Foreigners cannot be let inside the hospital. Yep. We go. Look. Measure. Fine. We go. She's pregnant. You don't attend to foreigners. Where we come from is how you have to treat us. Huh? You don't have anyone who speaks English here? I might call police here for us. No, it's okay. You know, it's fine. No problem. It's okay. I don't think it's necessary. No, it's okay. It's fine. No problem. Thank you. We go. And it's a gyno hospital, you can imagine. Something like that, but they cannot